But this is our very first Liberty session, so I'm really happy that you guys are all here. Welcome. Very, very exciting. This is a monthly meeting we're going to do from now on, once a month. We'd love to have you guys come where we're not talking about Libertarian Party business. We're just talking about what it means to be a Libertarian, our ideology, our ideas. We're not here to train people. This is not education camp, right? This is just telling you the fundamentals of libertarianism, so that you can take these fundamentals and make your own opinions of what's happening in the world today. So very excited about what we have to talk about tonight. We got people here from all over. We have people here from Livingston, from East Baton Rouge, from Ascension. We got somebody from Orleans Parish here tonight. There's a couple folks riding in from Lafayette. Did I miss anyone? Anybody from West Baton Rouge? Anybody from Assumption? Did I miss anybody? All right, so the way I like to start these meetings really is just talking about, is because we're here tonight for ourselves, for us. So what I'd love is we could spend a minute just talking about being libertarians. So my name is Marcel Gronyard. I'm the chairman of the Ascension Parish Executive Committee of the Libertarian Party. And I consider myself to be a libertarian for a very long time. From college, I read a couple of books that framed my mind into the ideas of being a libertarian. And I registered in the Libertarian Party in 2004 to vote against George W. Bush, who I felt was close, yeah, not far. I felt was leading the country in the wrong direction. The first president I felt so strongly, I wanted to register to vote against him. I hadn't voted up to that point. So I did that, registered to vote against him as a libertarian. And I consider myself a libertarian, but knew that I had the basic ideas of being a libertarian: small government, personal freedom. But it wasn't until I got involved in the party, maybe about 8 months ago, that I realized there's a little bit more to being a libertarian than just small government, personal freedom. There's a whole philosophy, there's a whole ideology behind being a libertarian. And it's something I maybe didn't agree with at first, but once I learned more about it and began to accept it, it crafted my mind even more than these books I read whenever I was in college. Because it's not something I think anybody can disagree with. And we're going to get more into that in a little bit, so I'll talk more about that. But it's because there were a few ideas of libertarianism that I didn't agree with. I didn't agree with the whole gun thing, right? Libertarians are big on guns. And I didn't agree. I don't understand. I don't own a gun. Okay, we're going to edit that out of the video later because I don't want the whole world knowing that I have a gun-free house. Okay, but I didn't understand, what's the big deal with guns? Why do everyone have to have guns? Well, if you understand the non-aggression principle, then you can understand why guns are important, why the Second Amendment is so important. And we're going to discuss that more tonight. We're going to get into that. Just kind of set the stage here. So once you understand the foundation of being a libertarian, some of these things maybe you don't agree with are going to make more sense to you. So again, we're not trying to train your brain. We're trying to make you understand the foundation of libertarianism so you can understand why libertarians are so crazy about some of these things maybe you don't agree with. All right? And what I would love right now is if anybody in the room, and we're going to give maybe a few people the opportunity to stand up, tell us what brought you here tonight, introduce yourself, what made you a libertarian. I would love if somebody would take that opportunity. I mean, Patrick, I'm going to voluntold you. Could you stand up and just
don't tell me what to do.
Let's go around the room. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna stand close to Patrick so the microphone can pick you up. Go ahead.
I'm Patrick Tate. I'm pretty loud. I don't know if I need the mic.
All right.
And projection. I'm Patrick Tate. I serve on the Orleans PEC. I'm also running the Orleans Twitter. I got into libertarianism kind of through the side door with Milton Friedman and Harry Brown back in the 90s, and I was registered independent for a long time and finally changed my registration over a couple years ago and got involved with the PEC about 5 months ago. But been in the game a minute, just hadn't really been active on the organized front. And I basically wanted to come here and hear these guys talk and see everybody that I talk to online every day and put a face to a name.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And so Patrick says something that's really important, right? Been in the game but hadn't been active. Okay, that's my story too. I think that's a lot of our stories. We're there, we just didn't realize how important it is. And something I realized a little while ago is I've been watching this country go where it's going for too long. And in January of this year, I realized I can't watch anymore. I got to get up and do something. okay? And that's what I've been trying to tell everybody I see. You can keep watching, but it's not going to turn around by itself. You can go in the voting booth and you can pull the R or the D. Not going to change anything. You got to get up and do something yourself. It's time for us all to act. So who else wants to talk? I'd love for somebody else to introduce themselves. I'll pick you out if you. It's the nature of government. So all right, we're going to get into our speaking agenda tonight. We got some really good stuff. So first of all, why Liberty Sessions? Why are we doing this? All right. We have another monthly meeting. That's our executive committee meeting. It's about libertarian business. It's about getting membership. We have folks come to that. They get bored. We're making the sausage. We're making libertarians. They don't like that. It's off-putting. So Liberty Sessions is a place we can come every month. That we're not going to try to get you on a committee. We're not actually trying to sign you up to the party. We would love if you sign up, but that's not the point of tonight. The point of tonight is just trying to introduce you, get your toe in the water. Like David said, he's not good at doing that. We're just trying to get your toe in the water tonight. We've got voter registration forms if you want to sign up. The point of tonight is just to introduce you to what it is that we're all about. So we're more than happy to sign up if you want to. And we find that we're getting a lot of folks, there's a lot of upset Democrats, a lot of upset Republicans. Their parties are not serving their interests anymore. Libertarian is a place of shelter. We have a lot of refugees from other parties. So it's important to us, we'll take your sick, we'll take your old, we'll take your infirm, everything, but we want to make sure that if you're coming into the Libertarian Party, that you understand that we have an ideology. We have a philosophy, okay? A lot of libertarians will describe to you the Libertarian way as Republican light and Democrat light. And that really does a disservice to what it is that we are. We're not Republican light and Democrat light, okay? Because the opposite of a libertarian is not a Republican. The opposite of a Democrat is not a Republican. Those two are opposites. Or they're supposed to be, but they're not anymore. Those two are opposites. The opposite of a libertarian is what? Anybody want to tell me what the opposite of a libertarian is?
A fascist.
Authoritarian, a statist. Somebody said a statist, okay? And the Democrat Republicans are both statists. So we are the opposite of both of those parties. So we welcome everyone, but I believe we have an ideology that has merit. Maybe you don't know what it is. Maybe you believe in 40% or 60%. When you learn about our ideology, you will be 100% or you'll be 90%. Okay? But we don't want automatons. We don't want to tell you how to believe. We want you to make up your own mind. That's what libertarian is all about. You get a bunch of libertarians in the room, we're going to all disagree on everything. I promise you that. And there's a few that will disagree about that statement as well. So just be prepared. All right? And exactly.